year plan, you just think about the day.
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is January 29th, 2020. Shout out to my man, the tech geek out there on YouTube, one of my YouTube members, rocking that holla tag. Jadina, long live the chief. Thanks for the song request, bro. And shout out to all my members. We're growing, man. So I appreciate all the support. Keep it coming. I got more content for you guys. And I just appreciate the support. So just wanted to let that be known. What's good, people? Welcome to another episode. And I just actually got done with the live stream. My two pips. We covered the FX side of things. FOMC rate decision was today. They left it unchanged. So it was kind of a non-event. Even the meeting afterwards with Jerome Powell really didn't move the markets, at least the FX markets didn't. But make sure you guys check that video out if you hadn't. Today I got 3 articles that I want to go over with you. Craig Wright, well, this News BTC article says that he knows exactly who pumped Bitcoin SV by 350%. So we'll take a look at that. That really caught my eye. That headline did. I'll tell you that much. Next article out of Cointelegraph. Bitcoin ain't what it used to be, says Pioneer Investor. This one was interesting to me because I agree. And I just want to see what this person has to say about it and why it isn't what it used to be. And then this one out of the Currency Analytics, and it's about EOSio 2.0. I did cover it when it came out. There wasn't much attention about it. And I mentioned that then, but this article talks about in more detail why it didn't get the recognition it deserved when it came to webauthn, and we're going to go through what webauthn is and how integral and instrumental this is going to be for blockchain and how robust this is going to make dApps. So we'll check this out of the Currency Analytics. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. And this episode is brought to you by Dudex. Yes, that risk manager is live now, so check it out. I have a link in the description below. This elite trading tool they have now that is designed to give you a statistical market edge. Dudex.com, link in the description below. Nice layout. They're still building liquidity for the altcoins, but Bitcoin's liquidity is nice over there, and you can actually earn up to $70 in trading credits depending on how much you deposit. So again, the link is in the description below. Heat map for today, we are green. And we're going to take a look at where we are in the markets, a critical area right up next to an area of resistance at 9,400, but currently we are at 9,372, up 3.5% in Bitcoin. Ethereum is up 2.4% to $176. EOS up almost 1% over the $4 handle, $4.02. Litecoin cracking that $60 handle at $60.56, up 2.49%, and XRP up just slightly to 23 cents. But the big winners today, Bitcoin Cash up 5% to $386. And as I told you guys, we're right up next to that area that I have designated as the next key area of resistance. And look, we've pretty much tried our way at it 3 times here, each time lower highs. But you know, this is on the 1 hour time frame, so it doesn't necessarily mean too much at this point. But I think this is an area of resistance, so we may see, you know, a slam down here. Oh, Bart Simpson. I'm a horrible drawer, but you get what I'm saying. We may see a slam down here before retesting again. And as you can see, the algo was a huge win on the long side when it comes to Bitcoin. We've been in this position for about 3.5 days now. So we did take a third off the table earlier today, right around here, 9,300. So really huge move, about a 10% move there on that one. Unfortunately, on our Ethereum trade, we never, we got tapped out early, unfortunately. So we went long here and got tapped out here before the move up. So we entirely missed that trade, which would have been another 8% on that move. But hey, can't get them all, I guess. Let's take a look at this first article out of News BTC. It says that Craig Wright knows exactly who pumped this Bitcoin SV by 350%. The controversial computer scientist Craig Wright claims to know exactly who was behind the speculative or spectacular Bitcoin SV pump of early January. Wright says the interest in the market was indeed organic, but is unwilling to go into specifics. Wright also believes that the patents filed by Aint will position the company well to take advantage of central bank and private efforts to create stable coins, as if we need another stable coin. Oh my God. He says that when those behind such projects realize the challenges, it will make sense for them to use Bitcoin SV. I don't agree with you there, Craig Wright, appearing in a recent interview with Block TV. The Australian computer scientist who claims to have invented Bitcoin says he knows why Bitcoin SV pumped so hard this month. Wright has been the biggest proponent of SV since its split from Bitcoin Cash in 2018. He's saying, of course, each fork, almost every fork says they're really the original white paper, but he's saying that it's the closest to the original Satoshi Nakamoto white paper. Unfortunately, Wright also acknowledges the right those behind the Bitcoin SV pump have to privacy, admitting that there was market interest. I don't believe anything this guy says, man. He has a real issue. He has some real psychological issues. This was all a pump because the markets got excited about him getting the keys to supposedly the Tulip Trust, which ended up not being the case because he's a pathological liar. He continues to lie every chance he gets. It's insane. I don't understand, because I have a couple of BSV fans in the in the chat rooms and on my comments on my channel, and even if the technology is great, it may be more, efficient than Bitcoin. For sure. I know it is. Matter of fact, I know it is. But the problem with Bitcoin SV, and why it will never, and I repeat, never get to any level of legitimacy, is because of Craig Wright. He's ruining it for all of those people that are developing on the BSV blockchain, because he's just creating such a bad look for the coin. And so I don't think it'll ever be able to get over that because of him being in the mix of it. And Wright goes on to say in this particular interview with Block TV that Bitcoin SV is already built to do what central banks want from digital currencies. He said that the patents that in-chain file will put the company in a good spot when central banks and private companies start getting further on with their ambitions to launch digital currencies. So, again, this is everything that he does just lets you know with like blaring lights and sirens that he's not Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto would never be concerned about patents. It doesn't make any sense. It just does not make any sense. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on why he thought there was a pump in BSV and it was some entity that he wants to keep anonymous. The next article out of Cointelegraph: Bitcoin ain't what it used to be, pioneer investor says. And I have to agree with him, but I don't know who this pioneer investor is. A millionaire by the age of 18, early Bitcoin investor Eric Finman said the environment around Bitcoin has significantly changed since 2011, and not for the better. He says it just ain't what it used to be, Feynman told Cointelegraph in a message on January 26, 2020, recounting the early days. He explained Bitcoin when it first came out was incredible. It wasn't just cutting edge technology, it was bleeding edge. You just felt the energy in the air, that this was a real deal. Everyone felt united in this cause, this mission. Those were some of the most beautiful moments of my life. Feynman made headlines over the past several years for his success as a young Bitcoiner. Feynman invested $1,000 into Bitcoin in 2011, turning him into a millionaire by the age of 18 due to Bitcoin's dramatic price increases, Cointelegraph detailed in June of 2017. In late 2018, however, Feynman expressed his thoughts on Bitcoin's eventual demise based on several factors, including community infights, etc. Adding to his reminiscence of the asset's beginnings, he said, "Those times of unity and cutting-edge technology seem to be left in the past. I rarely care about Bitcoin, but the community can't seem to get it together. In my opinion, I've tried to get involved within the community to fix it, but it was very hostile. There is still wonderful people in the community and incredibly smart people working on the technology. Many in the space think that Bitcoin will reach that $100,000 price tag at some point, but Feynman, says no real chance for $100,000 or even $1 million Bitcoin if the community does not change, barring any drastic global disruptions," he explained. Even if the world were to destabilize, Bitcoin isn't necessarily the cryptocurrency, quote unquote, for people to put their money in. In a time like that, he said, noting Monero and Zcash as potential better options. So, let me know what you guys think about this, because I'm going to say I kind of am about 85% in agreement with him. Even though he got in 2011, I got in at 13, and yeah, it just is. I was talking to Wright's Crypto over the weekend. We had an off the chain episode. I had him on as a guest co-host. Same thing. Every time we get together, we talk about how things have changed, how Blockstream has hijacked Bitcoin. But that doesn't mean that Bitcoin as an asset won't be valuable. And so it'd be interesting to see those who have been in this space for a while. Let me know your thoughts on Bitcoin today. Again, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin won't go to, I still think it will reach 50,000, 60,000 a coin in the very near future, simply because of the geopolitical issues that we're having, and also like financial situation. This continuation of money printing in the repo markets and stuff, I think eventually will run out of gas, and its effectiveness will wane. So you're going to have capital spill over and leak into other asset classes, and Bitcoin is one of them. And the market cap is so small, it doesn't make sense. Like, there's so much room to just grow simply off of some capital from traditional asset classes spilling over in it. Just a fraction of it will make a big difference in this game. So that's what I'm planning on, and we'll see what happens. But let me know your thoughts about if Bitcoin isn't what it used to be. Would love to hear your thoughts on that. Last article, EOSio 2.0 webauthn did not get the recognition it deserves, says this article out of the Currency Analytics. So we're going to go through that right now. Basically, there's no need for downloading extra wallet software to use webauthn. So the major bottleneck in any blockchain development is about the speed with which the network can execute smart contracts. EOSio used WebAssembly engine to improve blockchain performance. However, WASM engines are upgraded to serve purposes beyond general purpose. Thus, the EOS VM runs the EOS mechanics WASM CPU benchmarks to 16x faster than Binarian that was released with EOSio 1.0. To break the entry-level difficulty, EOSio is working on EOSio Quick Start Web IDE. The tool will help users to get ready to build on the blockchain in just a few minutes. And so some of the components of EOSio 2.0 are these four main ones. So it's the virtual machine, the Quick Start Web IDE, and the webauthn support. And then lastly, the weighted threshold multiple signature block productions. But of these four components, the one that is not getting enough recognition is the webauthn support one. It says there is a concern about webauthn as not having gained the required recognition it deserves. A developer tweeted that EOS and EOSio's 2.0 support for webauthn doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Downloading and using extra wallet software is a major hurdle to blockchain adoption. Extremely excited about using this tech. The webauthn is a widely accepted secure authentication process which enables transaction signing without any browser extension or additional software for that purpose. This one crypto expert tweeted that since there is no need for downloading additional software with EOS webauthn, the blockchain adoption gets easier, and EOS 2.0 has powerful components good for developers. So yeah, I mean, there you have it. It's very true. Many features from EOSio 2.0 really haven't gotten a lot of attention, and it's for a reason. So I hope you guys read between the lines, but I'm going to leave a link to an article that kind of gives a demo or a web app example of leveraging webauthn and the EOSio YubiKeys supports. And so I'll drop that in the description below so you can check that out. Let me know your thoughts about all of this. One other thing I do want to bring up is there has been confirmation about KYC when it comes to Voice. That is the new decentralized platform that Block One is working on that will be leveraging EOSio 2.0. And so they put out this UVP, and as you see here, real identity using online identification verification through KYC, transparency using EOSio blockchain architecture, and alignment between platforms and users using special purpose blockchain tokens. So the number one thing there, real identity. I'm hoping that though they use the biometric capabilities that EOSio has to kind of do this KYC. I hope they don't go the traditional route, but we'll have to see how they roll that out. That's going to be really critical to me. I want to know how they plan on doing their KYC. because that, if they're doing traditional KYC, it only adds another layer of the possibility of a compromise and data leaks and data breaches. So I'm very interested to see how they implement this KYC. This voice.com is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm telling you guys. So you definitely want to, the way you can play this and really profit from this is to have you some EOS tokens, because the platform, when launched out of beta and actually going live, will be using those tokens to run the DApp, to run the actual infrastructure of voice.com. And we haven't got any details about what token the actual platform will use, but you better believe that EOS tokens will benefit from this. But hey, that's just my 2 Satoshis on the subjects today. Let me know yours in the comments below. Gotta give a shout out again to my man, the Tech Geek out there on YouTube, a YouTube member. Make sure you guys join the YouTube membership for Crypto Blood. Just hit that join button and get the details on that. We're growing every week. Jadina, long live the chief. And so if you found this video informative, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. Holla!